fuck's sake, it's doing this again.
You can't say that's everything and then not have it be everything.
No, what it is, I don't know why. Like, I started streaming and immediately it's like the stream is like tanking horribly. Like, it's not working. It's like dropping half its fucking frames.
You should have done a test stream of the Splatfest yesterday or something.
I did. What the fuck is going on?
Oh, whoa, why is this messed up? You stupid bitch, I'm doing it. Fuck off. What? All three of them are like following me.
I literally can't stream this. It's like it's, hang on. No, it's not stabilizing. Or is it? I don't fucking get it. I need this on fucking internet provider. Well, I guess I'm just not streaming my end of it today, then.
Good. That means Biggs will come into my chat. Because he has no other option.
I can hit this. Like, I don't get it. Like, it was working perfectly fine for the entire stream yesterday. And now it's just like acting like I can't do shit.
Christmas 95 is the powerhouse of the team.
Great. I love being shoved into it by the little tiny shits.
Okay, now that was a bit unnecessary if I'm being real with you. It's wave 1. Oh.
What?
Someone keeps using splashdown. They used both of their splashdowns already.
Tit.
Oh, cool. Man, I love not trying, dude. It's the best. I was gonna say, do they think I know where it is? It's like, oh, it is here. Maybe. I feel like it's not here.
No, probably not.
Speaking of Splatfest, the curse has been lifted.
Mm-hmm.
Team Modern won popularity, what was it? 31 to 68. Jesus Christ.
And then it claims that like the victories was like an even split of like 48-51, which it always does, which is always a lie.
I mean, it's kind of a good thing because I was kind of wondering, that sucks. Because I was kind of wondering, if it would just, like, if the more popular team just, like, you know, got more points in general, but it's not really how it's calculated, at least. So maybe there's some semblance of being fair. Good job, Nintendo. The least popular team lost this time, at least.
For once.
That's all I care about.
It's almost like it actually works as a system, man.
I kind of feel like the reason why they were so, like, not popular was because Nintendo changed the system. So, like, how many people do you think are out there like me who always pick the team they thought were going to be least popular because they were going to get more C-snails?
Probably not as many as you think.
I mean, I'm thinking about, like, you know, 20% of the Splatoon population.
That is way too high.
Must have been like that going by these results because.
Okay, if I had to guess, I'd say like 5%.
Yeah,
Okay.
see, I don't know about that. I think that.
No, I know about that. Like, you think everyone games super hard as you do, but you know most of this player base are like children, right?
You know, children can game, Gavin. I don't appreciate you diminishing
know
the
that.
value
I don't
of
think
children.
will like choose to do it that way. I think children will pick whatever side they like the most, whichever character they like the most, rather than will this get me more of these niche things I probably barely know how to use.
I think that you're undermining the smartness of children, Gavin.
I think you just want to make your weird reasoning for choosing sides more valid by claiming there's a silent majority that believes in it.
I mean, maybe when you were a kid, you wouldn't have understanded this concept, but meanwhile, me, I'm like smart, so
I know you played Super Mario with a kid.
I know, with a guide. I loved my strategy guides, dude. I got the Super Paper Mario strategy guide before I even got the game because for some reason they released it several days earlier.
That is weird. You have to make it like let people prep or whatever.
Yeah, I have to imagine that there are like some people who just didn't pick the team they actually wanted to pick because they figured, hey, now I don't have now it's uncertain, so I might as well pick what I want because that's the point of the Splatfest, you see. Wow, Chris saves the day once again. Wow. Who would have thought?
Is it behaving there? Oh, it's made it 15 seconds without dying, so that's a good start. I'm still fucking phoning them in anger about this though. This is ridiculous. It's behaving, looks like.
So I don't know about you, but I'm excited for future Splatoon fests now.
You don't play them though.
I know, but I'm excited for them anyway. I was thinking about playing the other one, but I was yesterday, but I was too busy.
Yeah.
I was actually like, well, I want to see how this new like system works out. It seems fun and cool, and the shitty station didn't seem shitty that time, but yeah, just too much.
I mean, to be honest, it rarely is. It's just no, there's no you don't play them. You just assume the word. Like you can keep going but you don't play them. You just look at it like, oh, this is fucking terrible because I don't know. You just assume everything new is bad.
I'm just gonna keep saying until Gavin leaves. I'll have you know
that new music.
I'll have you know that I've made some of the best levels in Super Mario Maker, so I think I know a thing or two about level design.
Mario is not Splatoon.
May as well be.
No.
See, Gavin, it was following me, so you go beat a boss. Or clear out this horde or something.
Nah, I don't trust your ability to do it.
Did I say there? I just want to make sure.
But nah, it was, you said like something that actually sounded quite racist, honestly.
Okay.
Like graphically racist.
Ring
I don't
ring.
know how you said it in like one syllable. It was amazing.
Ring ring.
Ring ring.
Ring ring.
Ring ring.
The phone needs to be answered, Gavin.
What phone?
Ring ring. It's a bit.
I don't get it.
You want fuck you.
No, I genuinely don't get it. What
You
do
are
mean?
a terrible co-host.
When you get what you pay for.
What if I said knock knock? Would you comprehend that?
Makes more sense.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's the same. It's the same thing. I think he's just compromising the bit that was basically stolen anyway.
Anyway, what are you trying to get at?
What, for the bit or what we were
yeah,
talking
what are you
about?
doing?
Nope, I'm not doing it anymore. It's ruined.
Alright, fine.
Sorry, Gavin. Sorry.
We're just more okay watch bullshit anyway.
Sorry, stream. So this is on a slanted surface, but still going straight. Explain.
Yep.
Nintendo.
Yeah, I'm getting all the new music, man.
I don't listen to the Splatoon music, so I don't give a shit.
It's got some mad violin thing going on. It's pretty good.
That was in the old one.
No, like it's like violin focused, not just something it's farting about in the background. It's like darker sounding, I guess. That's the way I'd put it. The violin is the main focus instead of like horns and all this other shit on top of it.
I think the horns are from all the boss spawns.
No, there's a horn in the song, regular song.
What?
Or don't let me over the wall safe. Thanks, missus.
That's bullshit. Fuck that.
He's like, move. He's like literally, I'm literally only back up.
Oh. Alrighty. Good. Oh, this is complicated. Oh, there are two flying fuckers out there, huh? Can only hope that the team will pull through. Nope. Oh well, it was worth a shot. There's some other Splatoon 2 related news.
Is there?
Yeah, data miners found voice chat graphics that say things like start voice chat and shit. So,
Nintendo about to finally actually like do something sensible for once.
voice chat's on the way, presumably, because they're loosening up on that stranger thing now.
And they're finally like realizing, hey, maybe we should like actually adhere to a basic set of standards established like actually over a decade ago.
I'm 100% certain, and this is also probably the reason why they held off on this, that the Splatoon 2 voice chat community is going to be toxic as shit.
Well, that's just a given. Welcome to any online shooter.
It's just like insane. This baby game is filled with so many toxic people.
I mean, we're here, aren't we?
It's cool. No, this is Salmon Run. You're mistaking it for a worse game.
What, Team Fortress 2?
No, that's not even relevant.
It's an online shooter.
I was thinking on it though. I'm like, because you know you have to use the dumbass phone app.
Yeah.
And it's like, it doesn't really make much sense. Like, why a phone app? You know?
Yeah.
I feel like it would be better if they made a headset and you can only do text chat with a headset.
Text chat?
Did I say text chat? Sorry, voice
Yeah,
chat.
yes.
You can only do voice chat with a headset, which means you have to buy the headset, which means that the parents could actually like police whether their kids can voice chat or not.
You mean like literally every other system?
Yeah, but like, cause it's like every child has a phone, every single one.
Yeah.
Every child could, you know, do this. Why, like, but that isn't the whole idea Nintendo didn't do it is because they don't want to expose children to toxic people?
I mean, ostensibly, I think the real reason is that they didn't want to put money into making the basic frameworks to handle voice over IP.
Yeah, probably, you know, judging by how the Switch is.
Yeah.
But still.
Neither realizing to try and convince people to actually buy their service, they're going to need to actually put forth the basic features of their competitors' services. So imagine that most of the widespread criticism of this is being noticed, I imagine. It may not have been as big an uptake as they had hoped.
Did you hear that Monster Hunter GU's, what's it called?
What?
Monster Hunter something
Generations?
Ultimate Generations, that's what the G stands for. That's like once Nintendo Online came out, its player base tanked.
That doesn't surprise me at all, because people would have said, or I could just go play Monster Hunter World on PC, where the online is free.
It's like, isn't there like the 7-day free trial? What about that? But you know, it requires a credit card to even use, because they want to bait you into, you know.
auto renown.
Yeah, so people are actually just not doing it straight up. Also, they probably don't want to ask their parents, you know.
I wouldn't be surprised, given some of like the connection difficulties I had, like some of the amount of wait times and finding teams to fight, if this Splatoon player base is also tanked since that came in.
You mean during the Splatfest?
Yes.
All right, just for the people who didn't watch.
Yes, I played the Splatfest for years today.
No!
And there's quite a lot of time spent in lobbies, not just like, you know, it's not just like, oh, you disconnected, restart, but like there's a lot of time waiting for people to even show up. Which makes me think the player base has basically like shrunk fairly dramatically.
I died over here. I did do the same thing again. Oh my god. Damn, I feel when Nintendo killed their games for greed.
I know, right? It's almost like if you offer people something for free and then try and charge money for it, they'll just not fucking buy it. In a way, I'm actually quite happy about that. The player bases are fucking tanking, because that means the player base at large has decided, no, this is not worth it. Which means, you know, your philosophical stance is basically entirely backed by, you know, popular opinion.
Thank God.
Which I'm actually genuinely surprised by, because I figured everyone would just hop on, and I was like, well, what's the fucking point of just like not buying and then just buy when you need it? But if it continues like this, maybe there's a good thing in like waiting. See Nintendo bring it up to the standards of other systems.
I mean, all Nintendo has to do is wait for their stupid, popular video game that isn't even gonna have Paper Mario in it, and then they're gonna not do anything because Saps will buy it because of that. Saps.
I mean, if you're not getting it, then I just don't have to play local anyway. So.
Oh, I see. Right, because you have real life friends. I forgot. Right. That's true. So you wouldn't even need to buy it, I guess.
No, I'll just bring it around to David's, call the necro sages around it, and off we fucking go.
And then you can stream it for free. And then I can enjoy it. In some capacity. That's not gonna go in. Yaku percento. Ah, I'm dead.
Oh, fuck me down. I'm getting double sniped.
I mean, it's just like Nintendo should hire me for their voice chat, the headset idea, because I'm a genius.
They need the same idea that the system uses.
Because it's like, it'd be straight up better, you know? And you could prevent kids from using it. Parents could. The whole point, you know? Wow, how'd we lose with 3 of those? Maybe it's because I couldn't jump, you know? After all, my jumping ability is the glue in every Salmon Run team, I think.
You would think that, wouldn't you? So that's good and heartening to see that Nintendo may be forced to actually make a service worth paying for.
They are not.
Most likely not, but you never know.
We have so much money that we don't need the player. I mean, really, they already got the money for you buying the game, you dumbass. So, we ain't losing money until December, and then we're gaining money. Haha.
I mean, the whole point of this was to get an exponential boost of money that they may now not be getting. Even if they technically haven't lost money, they aren't making as much money as they could have, and that is the incentive right there. Plus also, like, third-party relations being what they are, Capcom will probably let's start going like, oi, what the fuck? And like, just basically start threatening to like pull support of you.
Good.
It's like, why bother if like, there's no audience there?
If no one's playing, why bother?
I mean, that's what our multiplayer games do.
Well, but Monster Hunter isn't a multiplayer game. It can be enjoyed completely single player.
It can be, but people like you refuse to.
This is more fun with other people. Like, why the fuck would you play single player?
Because it's quite fun.
It's like, what's a food that you're like, you know, you just like don't really care for? It's not bad, but you don't really care for it. Why the fuck are you going that way?
I was chasing something.
Not
to get
you!
killed and get eggs.
Oh my god. It's just like, you know, a food that you're indifferent for compared to like your favorite food of all time. What do you want for dinner? Oh, I'm just gonna pick the food I'm, you know, indifferent on. No.
That's a lot of foods.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Gavin.
Your metaphor doesn't work.
Single player is like a pizza, and multiplayer is like a cockroach lollipop
That sounds horrible.
for Gavin.
I don't even know what cockroach lollipop is.
Something you would eat. Disgusting caveman.
Oh, I see. Why would they have lollipops with meat?
Because like you've seen those things like the scorpions and lollipops, right?
No, I haven't actually.
Oh, well they're like, you know, as if the lollipop shit is amber. They're like encased in it. So you
Okay.
suck on the lollipop and then the scorpion's inside, and then you get that nice little surprise.
Hey, I got my new best friend.
Okay, we have 3 of them. And the most OP weapon in the game, I think people are saying now still. So,
Still?
yeah.
It didn't feel that OP to me when I was using it.
Gavin went from dying whenever he went outside to killing 5 people in 1 second once he switched to that weapon.
In half of my games, the other half of the games, I still got killed and crushed in the spawn.
I don't know why you would intentionally throw the other games that I couldn't watch, so... I just don't think that the logic adds up, you know? This is why I'm quitting Salmon.
Came out of that Splatfest with more losses, even with the blower.
Yeah, I think that says something about you.
I mean, you know, still doing better than you ever have.
That you really wanted to play Team Retro. But couldn't.
I mean, that's also wrong.
Oh, thank God that thing wasn't going.
I quite like the blobbers, so I quite like how it gets on. It's fun to use, it's interesting to use. It's got quite a good amount of inking capability to it. And also, like, it's just actually hilariously, comically easy to, like, just incidentally throw a shot to your side to cover some turf and then just accidentally murder someone who walks past.
I'm telling you, it's just the... What's it called? The righteous it's just the righteous bison again.
What was that?
The weapon in like the laser pistol in TF2 that fired a really slow moving projectile.
Ah, right.
So
it
you
just fucks with people, is what you mean?
You could just shoot it into a hallway where no one's there, and like half the time someone might walk into it, you know?
Yeah. It is that sort of weapon. Because you just throw it and people, because it's a shot that continues after you've shot, you can throw it ahead of time and people just wander into it because it's persistent. And also because, like, each individual shot is like its own thing. It gets harder. It's kind of harder for you to perceive that you're being murdered by it. You get tagged once and you're like, oh, it's a single shot, but then like, you're just shredded to bits because the single shot is like all 4 shots together.
Who is like that?
Hmm?
Like, who can't see all of the shots? Who doesn't understand how the weapon works?
No, what I mean is, like, say that, you know, all you see is like a single bubble that come and hit you. You're like, alright, I've been tagged once, but then because there's like 3 other shots right behind it, all coming in the same arc, they all of a sudden just rip through you and you're dead before you know it.
You sure you don't need glasses?
I don't understand how you got that from what I just said.
It's just, yeah, you could see him coming.
I guess you're just more obsessed with insulting me than actually listening to what I'm saying. Alright, sure.
I mean, really, I just want you to finally get glasses.
I don't need them.
I know, but you should have them. Ah!
Why?
Because it's aesthetic, Gavin.
Damaging my eyes so you can have a bone.
Given that you wear those purple water shoes on your squid kid, I wouldn't expect you to know what aesthetic is. But
This guy who only wears Granda's winter clothes.
At least they're good looking.
No.
Wow.
Sure.
Is this person just running away? You can't do that, but we lose regardless.
I mean, they tried in the end to come back, but they fucked up every shot.
Man, I'm pissed about.
Why?
I don't even know who to be pissed at, honestly.
What for?
Like I wanted to do a 12-hour stream and we had a full question mark thing because, you know, variety. But I don't have 12 hours to myself unless I want to stay up all night. And, you know, I'm already tired enough as is with 7 hours of sleep. So it's just not going to be good if I went from 8 p.m. now to 8 a.m. tomorrow. Like it just wouldn't be good or worth it, I think. But it's also like, well, should I be mad at like Nintendo for doing it now? Ted, like literally the most inopportune time. Because if it was, you know, tomorrow, let's say, then I kind of end at 5, which means I could do 5 to 5.
Also, kind of working on that's like the base assumption there is that they must like base their shit around your life.
I know.
I don't think you can really be mad at them for that.
I can actually, and I will. Watch me. So like,
I mean, you can, but no one would find you justified.
The people who wanted to watch the 12-hour stream would.
I think they would be more mad at your employer for saying, dude, like literally 50 million jobs a day for
that's
next
not
week.
good. Also, we're gonna lose, so I hope you understand.
So I got the rapid blaster.
Not because you got the rapid blaster, you dumbass. It's because I got not only a brush, but it's also the weak brush on this wave. It's like, yeah, no.
It didn't even look like that thing was touching me.
Okay, I tried. What a terrible weapon. Great. Wow. Fuck you. You see, you can't get mad at Nintendo. Who gave me the brush?
We had 2 rapid blasters. That's tragic.
That's so stupid. Fuck you. Last I checked, 3 times 285% isn't 0, but you know. Going by Splatfest, I wouldn't be surprised if this game couldn't do math. Alright, Gavin, what's the news?
I mean, I got 2 bits of game news that stuck out to me. One's a funny story, and the other is a game announcement, and then there's a bit of personal news.
Okay, so it's not how Sora Kingdom Hearts has that ice attack. For some reason, everyone's talking about that. I don't know why.
It's fine.
Frozen Elsa.
Try as more people aren't talking about the Gothic Lolita toy boss that was revealed for Toy Story World.
What are you talking about?
You didn't see that?
No.
It's basically a Gothic Lolita doll that's revealed as a heartless boss for the Toy Story World in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, okay.
Good as shit.
I hate you.
The personal one's fast, so I'll just do that. I put in for the Japanese language proficiency test this year.
What does that mean?
Or the second year. It is an officially recognized language test certifications that basically prove your level of skill from basic literacy up to like actual fluency in the language.
Are you sure you're up for that?
I mean, I'm up to the basic level. Like, I'm pretty confident in that.
Oh, okay, I see.
Like, it's a test of like 5 grades, and I'm going for grade N5, which is the bottom one.
N5.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm putting in for that. It's December 2nd this year. It's like always the first Sunday of July and the first Sunday of December for whatever reason. Happens twice a year.
Because that's when Japan is most fertile.
It's a very curious choice of words.
I have nothing to say because I don't really know Donkey Kongo and the Nihongo bongos.
I mean, that's basically all there is to it. Putting in for the test, they'll get me like an official certification. And it's basically the continuation of my studies of the language, basically.
Wow, we're fucking dumbasses.
And at some point, like, based on like the description of like the next grade up N4, I feel like I could probably take that come July next year. After that, I would have to start taking gaps to study longer because the jump in it to like N3 sounds like fucking mad.
I'll go for red.
So, that'll be fun. It's basically something I'm looking into. It's just doing exams for certifications on the side for different shits. Are you alright?
I was standing right next to a bomb and I didn't die. Oh.
Other ones want to take are like Linux Foundation official tests that show that you can be a system admin and system engineer in Linux.
Linux, boo!
I use that shit in work, so why the hell not? Maybe if I have it by the time I'm being told I'm being promoted to like actual engineer, I can be like, I have certifications, give me an extra grand in my salary.
Bill.
Or some shit, I don't know. And even if not, I at least want to do this for the, just because I can.
For the walls.
Just fill like my certifications on LinkedIn with just like lots of random crap. Hello, I have a CompTIA Plus certification in cybersecurity. No, I don't need it for my work, but I did it anyway.
The fuck are these drums?
Pretty good.
What's your favorite kind of drum?
I actually genuinely don't know enough about drums to say.
Oh, wow. I think I personally like the snare drum the most.
Which one's the snare drum?
It's like the one used in marches and stuff. Like you
hit one.
Kind of. I mean, it's hard to use the mouth, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I think I know what you're all about.
It's like very, very high pitched, very fast. Wow. Good range on these dualies.
I mean, they are the Glugo ones.
Can I trade them in for something good?
Nope. Yeah, that'll be fun, if nothing else, because my mom was like, said, hey, I'm also gonna go down and have like a little day trip in Dublin, so that'll be fun to hear about. Because the test is only held on the island of Ireland in a specific university in Dublin.
I forgot that Ireland was an island.
So basically I have to get up like dead early on a Sunday morning and then get like a train down to Dublin. And then I won't find out my results until like January.
Can't wait for Gavin to be, 2 hours late for his test because of public transportation.
I mean, trains are generally a lot better about that. They're also pretty comfy, honestly. I guess for game news, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy for like PS4, Switch, PC, and Xbox One next year.
Apparently this is like the 7th time they released this.
Yeah, but this is the first time they released it on like consoles.
I know. That's the point. The first time they've released it on something worth releasing it on.
There were WiiWare ports of the Ace Attorney games, 1 to 3, but Wii, so.
So I bought it for 3DS, which was stupid, and you know, now I can actually play it or stream it on something. So
You can, dude.
or maybe record it. I don't know how
Not to say
spoilery the game is.
it's. I mean, it is like a thing with like heavily prone to spoilers because like story and gameplay are like basically completely intertwined.
I mean, do people come into chat and say who dies and who the killer is? And
I mean, only as much as like they would for other games. So, like assholes would, sensible people wouldn't. I mean, honestly, that is probably when you're better off recording.
probably because it seems like you could backseat that one more. Because it's less. I think it's less of a VN than Danganronpa
It is less of a VN than Danganronpa. It's a lot more.
gameplay.
I'd actually honestly say out like it's straight up more adventure game than visual novel, or, like old PC adventure game almost. Just one that has like
That's bullshit.
avoids a lot of the horseshit design aspects of old PC adventure game for the most part. But yeah, that's probably when you're better off recording rather than streaming.
Finally get to fucking play them at least. Because you know, it's zany, which means I have to post about it on Twitter, how zany it is to get laughs, you see. Whoa, there's an orca? An orca is testifying? Whoa, I gotta post about that. Oh my
So that
god.
one was actually part of like that case. That was a DLC case for like 50, and that was actually part of its advertising material.
Oh my god, the parrot? Whoa, we're gonna get a parrot to testify now? Oh, what a surprise. Huh. Oh.
Like Ace Attorney 1 is like genuinely 14 years old at this point, so.
Do you think I give a shit? You can start saying, oh, Ace Attorney's 14 years old once it's on a console. And then has been on that console for 14 years as far as I'm concerned. Also PC.
It has.
PC as well. It was,
I have that in there.
it's being released on the personal computer. Thank God.
I will say, like, I do quite like the
Ow.
touched up art. They keep like pretty religiously to the old sprites, so it all looks quite nice. I'm kind of curious if they'll do like a collection of like 4 to 6. If 4 was Apollo Justice, and that was still sprite based, and then 5 and 6 were the 3DS games, that 3DS like 3D models.
And Layton.
I was also waiting, yeah.
Remake Layton as well. I want to play that one on a console.
But that's a completely different.
I don't give a shit. Release it.
I mean, they have
On
like they did
console.
release Lady Layton on fucking Switch,
Oops.
but it's Japan only for now. So
Because fuck you!
I'm still holding out on that one to see if like they'll give us the Switch version or not.
Oh shit. This was a really bad use of this. Oh! That was really not good. Like, hindsight, very not good. And I'm dead. Well, whatever.
Everyone was dead.
Oh, the brush can pick up the eggs.
No, I got stopped by a missile. Shut up.
The brush is faced.
It is. But it's an objective fact that it's fast.
Well, that strong point got us somewhere.
I mean, the more point was I immediately got jumped by enemies and destroyed outright.
Have you tried killing them?
How do you kill a
Oh
missile?
wait, you can't.
How do you kill a missile?
Got him. You kill the flying fucker, obviously. So
Why?
was that it? I forget.
What?
Was that it for things to talk about?
I have one more.
All right. Fuck 30 minutes of nothing.
So like over the weekend in Tokyo Game Show, Capcom revealed the main battle theme for playing as Dante in Devil May Cry 5.
All
There's a
right.
song
I'll just
called-
mute my mic for this one.
It was a song called Subhuman by some butt rock singer called Cody Johnson with a backup band called Suicide Silence. And as you might tell, it was a fucking bad song. Like, it was a pretty fucking bad song. It was like some grungy, wannabe, edgy crap that sounds more like it was made for like the DMC reboot and just wasn't used for it years ago, and just unearthed it for this. So like, it went down horribly. Like, people fucking hated it. Like, it was just fucking torn apart. People were like, "This is fucking terrible." Yeah, it had like more dislikes within like a few hours than Devil Trigger has had for its entire run so far. Devil Trigger being Nero's battle theme and the one that was in the original trailer. And then it turns out, as people were shitting all over it and began like, you know, the singer began getting into like the spotlight. Turns out he was accused of and then done for sexual assault a few months ago.
Classic.
So once that came out, Capcom basically immediately put out a statement saying, "We are looking into replacing this. It will be dependent upon resources." But then it came out that the moment like that news hit, you know, mainstream outlets and shit and became the news again, they basically removed it from the Tokyo Game Show demos. Like, it got immediately replaced by Devil Trigger. Like, one day Subhuman was in, the next day it was just out and replaced with Devil Trigger in all the gameplay demos. So like, safe to say that one's getting shit canned. So that was the fun story of how Capcom like basically revealed that they don't do a lot of like, you know, they don't exactly vet their singers and shit. Which, to be fair, you wouldn't, in a just world, you wouldn't have to do, but here we are.
Probably still better than Skrillex doing the Kingdom Hearts opening song. Well, if Skrillex is doing Kingdom Hearts now, that means I must like him. Yes. Yes.
There are people actually saying that.
I have a friend who said that. I'm like,
okay.
I'm like, please say psych. Please say psych.
Yeah, please.
It's like, I don't know. It's just, you know when I retweeted that one tweet that said, "Let media enrich your life, not define it."
Mm.
And that's like probably my favorite quote of all time. Actually, my favorite quote of all time is "Turn that frown back into an upside down frown," but that's different.
I thought you were about to just like go into the Geno quote about Undertale being terrible. I don't know why. It just sounded like that was the way you were going.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I remember he talked about how much he liked and didn't like money.
God.
It's just like, I don't know, when people get obsessed with stuff to a point similar to that, then
sure, like, something you like or do shouldn't define who you are.
Like, it feels bad because it's like, just let people like what they like, and I understand that.
I mean, yeah, but there is also like having healthy relationships with what you consume.
It's like me saying it's cringy. It's really cringy because that's what I did back in the day. Obvious. I mean, you would probably know.
Yeah.
That's what I did. So
everything had to be Paper Mario.
No, it wasn't even like, I remember there was Pikmin for a long time. It was Pikmin 2, especially. It was like, you know, it's just like, you know, I really hope, like, I talk about some things a lot, but I really hope that people don't like actually think that I, you know, I don't know. It's kind of like why I wanted to change the whisper icon, because I feel like a lot of Yokai Watch fans do that, and I don't want to be roped in with them.
I mean, like, fans of any series do that.
Especially when I don't really care for Yokai Watch that much, you know what I mean?
I find that it's like a falsehood almost.
Oh, I even said yesterday, right? Like, I love the anime, but I actually kind of don't like the games, you know?
Yeah, but then there's also dedicating hours to ripping the game soundtracks off of CDs you imported from
Japan. The music is great. Okay.
Yeah, but no, at that point you can't go like, I'm not that into Yokai Watch. No, you are. You are extremely into Yokai Watch.
That's like saying, you know, oh, just because I think that Paper Mario's Chapter 6 music is like the best in the game, I suddenly like Paper Mario Chapter 6.
No, like, it's not at all that, because you imported a CD from a foreign country, like, that had the import duties and higher prices and shit. You then ripped
then
all
I
the
did
music
it
off
again.
of it and spent hours, like, after having extracted it, you spent hours syncing it up so you could have it on like a half-hour loop, so that this music would be on a half-hour,
Damn.
like the entire soundtrack would be on a half-hour loop for everyone.
Yeah, I did it for the fans. And
Yeah,
me.
you can't say you're not into Yokai Watch when you put that level of dedication.
Well, I
into it.
mean, how about this? I really didn't like A Hat in Time's DLC. We have video evidence of this, as well as several tweets and testimonies on this very series of streams.
Sure.
And yet I have extended the music for that because the music is good.
Yeah, but the
worst
thing is, you were
mission-
still intensely into Hat in Time in general. Like you are. Like you fucking did speedruns for that game when it was done. Beta or
No, I
whatever the
didn't.
fuck. You did. That was your whole hat. You have the time hat that gave you your fucking speedrun.
I think beating that demo in 12 minutes and 25 seconds is not a speedrun.
I didn't know what it was. But whatever. Like it's still like apparently enough to get you noticed by other people.
No, you got it if you just did it.
Yeah, but you said a lot of people noticed and remember you.
Right, because it's a 12 minute and 25 second and 95 millisecond time for a user named Christmas95. But like for reference, the world record was like I think sub 3 minutes by the end of it.
Like the point of the realm, like you're intensely into that shit. Like that's what it is. Like someone who's not that into something wouldn't extend the music at all. Even if you didn't like the DLC, you're still really into the fucking game. You retweet art of it, you talk about it a lot, it's like one of your most favorite games of all time.
Yeah, the base game, not the DLC.
Yeah, that's irrelevant. It's still a game, isn't it?
No.
Yeah, you play it through the game.
Are we at 370? You've got to be kidding me.
You're still like, we are, well, it's 375, which is curious.
Why are you at that and I'm not? Oh my god, fuck this game.
Why is there a 5 point there?
I think because remember when we lost immediately? Did you get one egg in?
I might have, I don't remember.
You're the only person who got an egg in, and then the game suddenly counts that as, oh, you're a god.
So give me, lowered my penalty by 5 points.
Or some shit, yeah.
Oh, God. But yeah, no, like you are intense at Yokai Watcher.
No, don't say that.
Yeah, I mean, like, how many times has it come up as a topic on this very show?
You're incorrect.
You liked it enough that you like fucking went and then gave me the money to buy a game of it.
Yeah, because the game looked fun. And I'll never know. Apparently.
Nah, like, you can't really like do the shit you've done and talk about it the amount you've talked about it, and then say, well, I'm not actually that into it. No, you are, and that's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. No, there isn't.
There are a lot of things about the Yokai Watch games that bother me.
That doesn't really matter though.
Even in Busters, the gacha is like probably the worst one.
I mean, they have like entire Final Fantasies I hate. I'd still argue Final Fantasy is my favorite series of all time.
It just genuinely bothers me. Because it's just like, well, why bother balancing the game when we could just give you an S rank yokai right at the start? Why bother? Oh, Eric.
Hello,
man.
Eric.
We're about to wrap up, but yeah.
The jump into your gun stream.
Gavin, I don't give a shit. Unlike you, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you don't give a shit about your teammates, yeah.
I just play the game and talk, and then when I am very blatantly spited, I will talk it up.
Man who refuses to play games unless they're multiplayer refuses to actually play as a team.
This game isn't multiplayer. I mean, it's multiplayer, but this game isn't.
What do you think we're doing right now?
This game isn't co-op, so.
Yes, it is.
Salmon Run isn't co-op.
Yes, it is.
As far as I'm concerned, the base game isn't even co-op. At least from watching Gavin stream it.
Is that meant to be a jab at me or
Yeah,
jab at our
it
players?
was.
Why?
Because you're always going off on your own, and you're like, they're always together. Like I
I mean, they are always.
I can't wrap my head around why it's always 1 versus 2.
I don't know. I don't feel like I run off alone. I feel like I'm going, hey, there's like enemy ink over here. I need to go ink it. And like, oh hey, they're all here.
Also, Gavin equips a weapon meant to kill, and then is doing cleanup in the first 10 seconds of the match, or first beginning of the match.
You have to ink the territory, yes, because if I don't do it, literally no one else will. We saw that multiple times in that very stream.
This is why you need me.
Well, except you refuse to play the game.
I know.
Oh no, other people exist.
That's why you need me.
I need David, frankly.
No, David, it's over.
Actually,
His
it's not.
flavor.
Because they'll change the Splatfest so that you play with like a team of 2 or less, like 2 or 3 or whatever.
No, I know.
Need an interest.
I'm just saying it's not his flavor of the month anymore. Flavor of the day, really.
Doesn't need to be, because when it becomes easy to play a Splatfest again, it's like, well, yeah, let's fucking do it next time.
I like how it was when. Like you had that much faith in Nintendo. God bless you, Gavin.
When there's the next Splatfest, yeah. I have faith they will continue Splatfest, yes.
No, no. Like when they'll we lose by the way because I have a brush. When we or when they make it like possible to play with people or whatever you said. Easier to play with people.
Not what I said though.
Something like that.
No, like I said, like
the next Splatfest
it's like literally when the next Splatfest is, he's in. Because he's like, oh, hey, we can actually like play together.
All right, kill it. Yes. Ah! Low ink. Probably gonna die. Oh, I didn't even kill it. I can't believe I have to visit these dogs every 2 hours. Like, it's so asinine. Like, how is it already time to visit them again? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
What did you spend your time doing when you got back?
Nothing. I literally said, do you want to play 7 or like right when I got back? Please God, someone clip that. the umbrella, the fucking Grisco umbrella was literally raining ink on my like life preserver for I think a solid 3 seconds, and I didn't get up, and I was like, I was out of the reviving animation. Oh my God. Oh God, I want to get above 400, so let's try our best.
One more.
Don't lose. Don't just go to the. I think it's so unnecessary. Literally have a carpet made of pee pads.
Someone needs to replace the pee pads.
Pee pads don't need to be replaced every 2 hours.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You should be pissing a lot.
Those things are engineered to like trap that smell. And like absorb as much of it as possible so it doesn't go through. Pet science has gone too far as I'm concerned. Oh, also Gavin inking with the sniper. That was good as well.
I mean, I had to. I don't know why that's so objectable.
It was just really funny, but like you were in a kind of like inking war with a person with a weapon that can actually ink. So it's just like you were getting outclassed, and I'm like, oh no.
Because if I didn't, then they would ink everything around me and then just shoot me. So it's just kind of well, great. Fucking thanks.
What? We have to win this. Yeah, you were kind of going in the front lines. I think you had a Squiffer though. I don't remember what it was.
No, it wasn't Squiffer. It was a regular sniper.
Oh,
I'm
it was
used to using the Squiffer, which is the front.
It was the wasn't it
The new one, the
gray one,
black reskin.
Because you fell for it.
I mean, I liked its like its equipment set, so I
Like,
thank you for just standing in front of the taxi and eating all
shut
of
up. It's like, oh, I'm team gray, so use the gray weapon.
I bought them the moment they came out. I was like, hey, why not? And that's like, hey, I got a new sniper. Let's use the new sniper. I am rather used to just running up and
Nope.
fast shooting people in the face with the Squiffer though.
Gavin, you can't do that now that performance matters in Splatfests.
I mean, my
fun
performance
time's
I feel
over.
was pretty decent. I don't know.
I hate this. Fun time's over, Gavin. It's serious time. I can't wait for it to be like TF2 or Overwatch, where you're in a casual game of Turf War, and then people on the mic are like acting as if it's a competitive game. Really cannot wait.
That's probably the point where I start like squid bagging whenever they die.
Medic, follow me, medic. All right, medic, we're gonna pop now, okay? Like, my dude. That worked. What the fuck? It's in the wall.
Luigi is finally awakened. The other recurring thing I noticed was a lot of people just seem to forget about rain. The amount of times where, like, even after I had died, the person I'd been fighting just died to my ink storm, like, on the spot.
Because it's stupid.
And that was funny to me. It was like a lot of people just seem to not give a shit about it, even though it does tangible amounts of concerning damage.
If I were balancing this game, I would remove that.
Why?
Because it already inks turf and, you know, makes it harder for the enemy to move. That's what it does.
I mean, yeah, but it's because it's spraying like in any ink, it should damage.
Not everything has to kill. Well, you know, it's not being fired out of a highly pressurized, you know, nozzle.
No, but it's being fired at a highly pressurized, like, fucking
It's rain
bomb.
gently falling from the sky. Now, if it was like a torrential rain, I'd be all down. I'd be all into it. But just gentle little drizzle.
I wouldn't really call it gentle. It's a smooth amount of inks.
Rain doesn't have to be heavy to make things wet.
No, but with the speed it goes, I wouldn't call that gentle.
I'm surprised that the person who lives in the UK thinks that any rain can be, you know, not gentle.
I mean, most of our rain is actually gentle, so...
I was gonna say, I figure like you'd be just entirely used to all rain.
I am, that's how I can tell the difference.
Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. Fuck, no! That's bullshit. Why did I get bumped back but you didn't? And this is why...
I didn't walk into anything on my screen.
This is why we're ending Salmon Run. Let's kill it over here. Fuck it. Yep. 10 eggs all the way over here. You know why? Because I don't give a shit. That's right. Don't forget it's wave 3, so you can use your hyper.
I know, but it's inkjet, so...
You mean but it's inkjet.
Because I want to use that at the correct time. Would you let me finish what I'm saying? Stupid cunt.
You can use that at like any time and have it be useful,
No,
unless
you
you're me
can't.
earlier in the stream.
You know full well you can't just use that at any time.
Oh, merde, this sucks. Ah! And I'm dead, so don't die.
Last person is in the water.
Hilarious, so we lose. Haha. Okay. I just want to get back up to 400, and I mean, no. 10 minutes, sure.
We're getting a lot of Grisco battles.
Yeah, and we keep losing with them. It makes me wonder if they're not actually good. Oh,
And they are actually good.
who
Have you
am I-
seen like the hordes we're fighting?
Who am I kidding? It's good because it doesn't, pop out an umbrella, so you can just hold it down. Ah, beautiful. A weapon where you can just hold the button down. Ah. Apparently, it's not a good time for Mario characters.
How do you mean?
Well, there was that news story about what was the character's name? Not the character, the person's name. It was made up of like 2 Nintendo characters, I think. But she was like, "Oh yeah, Donald Trump's penis looks like a Toad." And I'm like, "Oh okay." Oh,
No,
Toad for
Stormy Daniels.
something. I don't know.
That's her name. Like,
Oh.
she's not named after Nintendo character.
Toad from Mario Kart specifically.
Yeah.
And then now there's this what's it called? Super Crown Bowser. Lots of horny
I
art.
wouldn't call that a bad thing.
I know, but like, people who hate horny stuff and
Well, yeah, I mean, if you hit on stuff, it's like, well, I'm sorry, but the world isn't so Christian.
like Nintendo probably hates it.
Nintendo probably hits the shit out of it, yeah. What can they do?
Hell, please
I
stop.
I do find it kind of darkly funny that it's always Nintendo shit that does this.
It really, it's like, please stop drawing our evil turtle character as a woman with giant breasts and exposed cleavage, please.
Yeah, I would say the internet. I'm kind of fascinated by it, 'cause, like, this was like one of the times where I actually saw one of these trends like happen like,
In
from
real
the
time,
start.
yeah.
Yeah. And I'm kind of fascinated at, like, watching it just spiral.
I saw the comic and I was like gonna link it to you, but I was like, yeah, what if Gavin thinks that this is just weird? And I'm like,
No, I saw it. I had seen it by that point. It's like one of the people I followed tweeted. I was like, I didn't expect that, but probably I should have. And then the art kept coming. I'm like, oh, here we go. Sad I wouldn't find it that weird. I've seen some shit. Please let me move. Or don't. Whatever's cool.
it's like especially weird when Mario's there. Like, Mario is not anything close to
The
it.
guy comic was actually pretty good in its use of Mario.
Mario is not anything close to a sex icon at all.
It depends what you're into. Though.
People, no, I genuinely don't believe that people
I
find
have
Mario.
seen some shit.
No, I feel like that's just out of obligation because Mario is so popular. It's like, well, it's a Mario cat. You're like, Mario has to be there. It's just like,
There is something a bit odd about Mario specifically, yeah, a little bit.
I saw two fan arts of Yoshi Super Crown as well. I don't like the
Yeah, I think I've
implications of
seen
that,
that.
considering what Yoshi's main shtick is. But
One of Waluigi already.
I saw the Waluigi one too. I like that one, That was one I felt like it was safe to like, No huge. Are you serious, Brush? No huge cleavage or anything. Not like Waluigi could have anything like that.
I know there's a contingent of people who seem to believe he has a giant penis, so I don't know.
Well, it's long, right? It's penciled.
Something like that.
It has to be. It has to be. Either.
Like some fucked up phalange just sticking out of his crotch.
Also, it's basically canon that Waluigi is circumcised.
How do you reckon?
Remember that one article from that satirical, video game website That's they made an article that's like, Miyamoto confirms that Waluigi is circumcised. I read it and I'm like, wait, hold on.
What the fuck are you currently on?
Oh, I'm just running. Bump that.
Yeah.
You're too slow. Ah. Yeah. I wonder how many more characters are gonna get this Super Crown thing. I feel like none of them are gonna be as popular as Bowser.
No. I mean, none of them will be as good as that, because like a lot of them are just gonna be, I guess, tagging on to the fad. Like the original thing is organic, like that's just hard to be, but then all the rest, anything else on top of that is just gonna be, like a shallow copy.
The Yoshi one with Baby Mario was kind of cute.
That was cute.
Maybe Nintendo should have just made Peach playable.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, if they want to avoid this kind of thing, yeah.
I mean, maybe if they didn't want people drawing horny Bowser, maybe they should have just made Peach playable.
The real question is how long until she's like acknowledged in an actual one.
Well, I mean, that's what I was tweeting about. Because I did that thing that, where I basically write things that intentionally make people upset. Like, write them as if they're predictions. So it's like, Nintendo delays New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe to
I
add
think
in...
your problem there is I don't think there's anyone who genuinely gives a shit about New Super Mario.
Well, that's the thing. They add the Bowser. They add the
I think
Bowser
if anything,
character.
people would welcome that.
They add the Bowser character, and then suddenly everyone wants to buy it because that character's in. Like, the thing is, it's like, I feel like people are now clinging to calling it Bowsette,
Something like that.
but that doesn't make any sense. Because Toadette and Peach is Peachette. Like, it's not a Bowser Toadette. It's a Bowser
What do you
Peach.
call it?
Peacher. I mean, that's the one thing I saw, and I mean, it makes the most sense, doesn't it? Peach and Bowser. Peacher. It's better than Bowsette, I'd say. This is like a Koopa Kid Bowser Jr. kind of situation. People just don't know how to name things properly. They just don't think about the names, they just choose something. Also, I kind of neglected because that whole Eggette thing from Eggman, it's just like, it's like the same shit. Not all OC meme characters have to be at the end, you know what I mean?
Mm.
At least this one's based in something, even if that something is inherently incorrect because it's Toadette. This has to be run speed up.
I hit the money cap in my Splatfest stream, so now I literally get nothing out of this.
You get chunks.
I mean, every once in a blue moon, maybe.
Chunks, huh? Well, Gavin, it only took about 14 months of every salmon run. And almost nothing else, and not spending anything.
I mean,
I'm
it's nothing to buy.
I'm at like 84 or 840 or whatever the fuck. It doesn't have commas, so I don't give a shit.
It's like millions.
Maybe if we put commas in our numbers, they would be easier to read.
Yeah, it's like 9,999,000.
Just a hunch. Splatfest is not rigged. I don't know why that Squid Kid looks so like.
There's a weird
displeased.
amount of people who are like going, it's rigged now, which is kind of like, it was rigged before, so
It's rigged towards the popular vote.
oh no.
Old
Rigged
Splat.
towards what people want.
Old Splatfests were like the U.S. election.
Well, no, it's democracy. It's rigged.
I mean, I feel like the fact that the wins and clouts and whatever were so close, off by like 2%, shows that, you know, it wasn't popularity that won it per se.
I mean, the thing is, it's always been like that. Like, it's literally always been like a 51 to 49 or 48 split for wins.
Yeah, but like I figured with how much they changed it up, it might have been based on popularity more. It's like more people on the popular team are getting clout and shit, but nope. Because, I mean, we'd see more than a 2% change for, you know...
I guess, like, people on, like, the more popular team are still fighting each other, though.
Yeah, I know. So it's a waste of time, right? But, like, I don't know. It just seems like... Man, can you believe 31 to 68 in popularity? That's insane.
I feel like there's been bigger differentials than that. I feel like there's been, like, a 70-20 one at some point.
I mean, was that for something obvious?
Like,
you know...
it was in Splatoon 1. I don't remember what it was for.
You know those dumbass Splatfests where the answer is, like, obvious?
Yeah.
This one is also kind of obvious, but it was also stupidly convoluted for no reason again. I love it.
You keep saying these things are stupidly convoluted, but I feel like that's just you doing it to yourself.
I mean, you're the dude who doesn't even answer the question, so...
I do answer the question. You just don't like the answer.
If it was so simple, you'd just pick one.
I mean, I do. I picked the one that has Marina.
Yeah, it doesn't help that it's like, you know, oh, I'm gonna fight for the future for Team Modern. It's like, oh, that's not what modern means.
Gonna fight for the future.
That's not what modern means. Modern does not involve the future at all. If any,
the android is in the future.
If anything, modern also represents the past in a way. Nothing about the future. It's insane how terrible these Splatfests are. Next Splatfest, I don't know. I can't think of anything convoluted. Because I'm an actual, you know, decent person, I guess. I can think of a million things that are really simple and that you know, relates to everyone in a very easy way. That anyone...
It's not the old Nintendo War 3DS versus Switch.
Yeah. That would be terrible because you already have those people who hate the 3DS and then who defend the 3DS to death, just talking a lot anyway.
They just bring it to the forefront.
It would just be insufferable. So, good thing I get the fuck out of Splatoon at that point.
I'm looking forward to the inevitable new waifu war at the end of all this.
Is there a reason why the ink for Team Retro was brown, even though the color on its art was orange?
I mean, it's probably mostly for, like, visual thing, because, like, you know, like, it has to be, like, contrasting colors, and that helps, like, visibility and all that shit. So it's just, like, it's easier to present one color, but in the actual game it needs to be more this color for graphical reasons.
Why not just make it brown, then?
Probably because it didn't contrast as well against the other color.
Then why would they use it in the game if it didn't contrast well?
Dunno.
But that was your point.
I mean, like, Nintendo is also a company that wants you to do voice chat through a phone and then acts like it invented something new.
It did invent something. It did invent something new, though. Didn't it?
No.
Voice chat through a phone has never been done before.
But, you know, like, they're an inscrutable and unfathomable company. There's no... Like, the most we can do is, like, look at the trails after they rampage and just try and discern from what they leave behind what happened here.
It's just so weird to me that, like, it seemed like they went so hard to not use brown and white and red and yellow. Well, not so much yellow.
I still want, like, a proper blacking. Well, I like the color that we had Team Modern had to be, like, the regular color rotation, but I know that won't happen.
My favorite thing about them using white for this Splatfest is that the walls and floors are also white a lot of the time, so you can't tell at a glance what's covered.
I mean, I always could, so I think that's just a you problem.
Maybe, but I mean, I'm not even colorblind. So,
No, you do wear glasses.
Matt, that's not relevant at all.
I don't know.
That's not
Sometimes I
relevant.
wonder about your vision.
I wouldn't expect someone who doesn't wear glasses to understand what glasses do. Idiot.
And I watched you walk past like completely blatantly obvious things in Breath of the
Fucking A.
Wild. I wonder about
Blind! Like I say all the time with that shit, though. It's like playing it and watching it is completely different because when you're playing it, you have
Yeah,
to
but
focus
when
on what
I-
the character's doing, whereas when you're watching it, you don't have, like, the streamer's doing that, so you're free to look around.
Yeah, but when I played it by myself, I didn't miss them.
So,
So I'm
you're
saying
probably
blind.
focusing on different things. I can't believe we're still doing 30 minutes of nothing. God damn it. Oh yeah, I have to go.
I just wait for you to call it.
No, you
Because
don't.
if I call it, you just go like blah, 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 and keep going.
Now you gotta do it. It's like, have you ever been at a sleepover and then it's just like, you know, you go to bed and the lights are off and you're both lying down, but then you just talk for 2 hours because you don't want to sit. No?
No, me and my
guess-
friends generally just go to fuck sleep.
Okay, I guess you didn't have a childhood then. I understand. Sorry, Gavin. It's kind of like that, you know? And this would be the point where, like, you just doze off, you see.
Yeah, you say so. That's my shit packed in.
That's why
so-
that's why we have to have a sleepover. Then you can experience what it's like to have a sleepover. For real. Because your friends apparently deprived you of a real sleepover.
Hang on.
Hang up?
That one in Chrome going.
Uh-oh.